Hey, what's going on? It's King Eze, cut the check. Congratulations to you for opting into my free training. Today, I'll be going over how to build instant authority where your leads and sales come to you to never feel like you don't have credibility. And most importantly, how to become the go to person in your niche, no matter what you're selling or promoting. I'd advise you to pay very close attention to the information I'm about to share with you, especially if you are someone like me, someone who worked at multiple 9 to 5 jobs for years but wanted more out of life and was eager for a way out, someone who wanted to get some of my time back, right? For example, I remember delivery driving at Papa John's, having to work 12 to 14-hour days just to make $100+ in tips. You see what I mean? I had money, yet no time. Sure, not a lot of money, but that's besides the point. Let alone having to deal with disrespectful customers, shitty tips, putting the wear and tear on my car, the list goes on, man. But it was horrible, right? Can you also relate to being someone with a ton of responsibilities? Yeah, that was me as well. Being the oldest boy of 5 siblings, working full time, building a part time business, and trying to keep my sanity, it was a lot, man. If you can relate to any of this, then this course is right for you. Wouldn't you agree that you'd be excited about getting some of your time back? If you can get to the point where your business moves with or without you, wouldn't you be excited about that? Hell yeah, I said the same thing. I went from working dead end jobs, like I stated above, to having $500 weeks online with ease, to go on to having my first $1,000 week, simply utilizing the internet and some of the strategies I'm going to share with you. I felt as though I really hit my breakthrough, and I'm here to help you do the same. But it wasn't always like this. I used to build my business the old fashioned way, doing three-way calls, home meetings, lunch meetings, Skype calls, etc., etc. That's literally the fastest way to burn yourself out. Unfortunately, that was me 2 to 3 years ago, burnt out. But there was one thing I learned from mentors, courses, and different trainers that significantly changed my business forever. I learned that I needed to create a dead income for myself. You know, the kind of income that continues to come in from something that you did one time. I then realized my biggest asset was social media and automation. I used to make 100+ calls a day to grow my business, working hard instead of smart. I realized it was time to change that. I also learned that the only way to truly create that dead income for myself and my family is to create a system that does the selling and telling for me, whether I'm present or not. So I'll be able to be paid no matter where I am or what I'm doing. I'll be sharing with you a few simple strategies where you can start creating good income for yourself. How to 10x your current business if you already have one. And if you don't have a business, I'll be able to give you a simple game plan to follow if you do decide to start a business. Also, how to dig yourself out of that job, as I've shown others how to do. People who are serious about their future will stick around to the end, and those that do will get a special bonus from me. Now, let's get into the training. The first thing I wanted to go over is traffic. Traffic is the lifeline of your business. If you don't have traffic, you don't have a business. For example, if you own a Subway franchise and you don't have customers coming in looking to buy food from you, you'll potentially be out of business. And the same thing applies for you and your business. You need new eyes on your product daily. So the internet has blessed us with the opportunity to give our products a platform. So of course, after you establish your product, your job is to build a website to give you a platform to promote on. And then Your job is to drive traffic to that website. Like for example, ClickFunnels. Cool little site that I made for my travel business. ClickFunnels is pretty cool. I definitely recommend that. I'll be able to help you all with that as well at the end. But where do you start? You need to know who your audience is and where to find them, right? I like to utilize social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Craigslist, just to name a few. Craigslist is my favorite when it comes down to generating traffic for my business. Just some Craigslist results really quickly. I like to use call to action, so I'll have people, text me, saying I'm interested or whatever. So you have people saying that they're interested. I think that was for a business opportunity, and I sent some information and all that good stuff. So you can sell anything on here. I've even sold cars. A couple of these are ads from the car. I sold um, phones, clothes, tangible products. The list goes on. So I definitely recommend Craigslist as well. And you don't want to send a response back manually to your leads. If you have Gmail, what you can do is you can create an autoresponder with Gmail. It's pretty slow on my computer, so I won't go through it. But you just click this button for the settings, right? And go to settings, and it'll take you to this. And you just scroll all the way down, and where it says signature, you can pretty much you can type in your reply for whatever you want. Um, your leads to get when they are interested or whatever the case is, and you just simply just turn the vacation responder on. So everyone that sends you an email, um, they'll get an automatic message with the information that you want to share with them, which is very powerful. I know a lot of people also struggle with getting banned or flagged on Craigslist. I recommend this app called Sea Cleaner, totally free. Of course, you can scale up and use the ones that they have that cost money. Of course, they come with more things, but I use the free one. The free one's totally fine. Definitely recommend that. Like I said, Craigslist is definitely an easy way that I've used to generate leads and sales for my business. Next, we're going to go into authority. The number one way to build instant authority is to show yourself as a credible person, right? So, how you do that is by getting people to like, know, and trust you, right? And the easiest way to do that is by bringing people into your world, right? Make videos, let people see and hear your voice. Because, quite frankly, it takes courage to get in front of the camera, right? So people will look up to you. People will view you as someone of power, and there you go. That's the authority that you're looking for, right? So I know for me in my niche online, I've been doing a video challenge on Facebook, and it's been going very, very well. You can add me on Facebook as well if you haven't already. Um, just showing my face to the people, letting people hear who I am, a little bit about what I'm about, what I stand for, what my brand stands for, and you'll notice that people will start to gravitate to you organically because the more and more that they see your face, they're like, dang, I really trust this guy. Like this guy's really just putting it all out there, and it's somebody that I want to do business with. So I recommend that you do videos regardless of whatever niche that you're in. And you need to show yourself as an expert, right? You need to be knowledgeable about your product and be able to educate other people. You also need to believe in your product, right? You'll have the confidence to boss up on anyone the moment that you gain that belief in your product, in your service, and also in yourself, right? People can tell if you have that belief or not. So you want to make sure that you have that belief in your product, your service, and in yourself. And just remember that value raises authority, right? You want to build your authority, you want to be giving out as much value as possible, right? I recommend giving out a ton of free value on the front end, um, in video form, or however you decide that you want to do it. But just remember, value equals authority. The more value that you give, the more authority that you will have, right? And the law of reciprocity definitely remains the same. When someone gives you something, you feel an obligation to give back. So in this example, you give value, they'll give you the sale. You give value, they'll give you the sale, right? So sales, right? Great. We've got eyes on our offer, right? We've done the necessary steps to build the authority, which now has your prospects' interest peaked, and now it's time to close the deal, right? Just remember that you're simply a problem solver. Your job is to find the need and to fill the need of your clients. And the way that you do that is by building rapport, asking questions on the front end to get a feel for what's important to that potential customer. And it's your job to find out if your product or service is a good fit for them. And if it is, it's your job to help them fill that need and to take advantage of your product or your service. And just remember that sales really comes down to mindset. It's really all about if you believe if you can make the sale or not. A lot of people talk themselves out of deals. They feel like they don't have the credibility to make sales or whatever the case is. They just don't believe they can make the sale, that they're not good enough or whatever the case is. And whatever you think about is what you bring about. So if you're thinking, damn, I can't make the sale, then you're not gonna make this sale. But if you believe that you're giving out enough value where people should be buying your product and your service day in and day out, you're gonna be making a ton of sales, man. And just study yourself as a buyer. Um, that's definitely something that I recommend. It's pretty simple. Once you study yourself as a buyer, I feel as though that you really will master sales and how to make sales and close deals effectively. Um, just get a feel for what are the things that you need to see in order to buy. Um, do you need to see that someone is credible? Do you need to see that someone has testimonials? Do you need to see that someone can relate to you? Like, what do you need to see in order for you to buy? And once you get a feel for that, you'll be able to figure out what others need to see from you so they can buy from you. And there's no real need for scripts. I've had my best results simply being myself. People will appreciate your transparency and that you're a real person just like them, and you're not trying to be some pushy salesman or someone that you're not, right? And I can't stress it enough, guys. You need a system, right? Not everyone will buy from you on the first exposure, which leads me to follow up, right? You want to follow up with someone within the first 24 to 48 hours after the first exposure, right? You want to set reminders for when they decide they want to get started. And just remember this little bit of information right here, and it'll definitely help you out with your business. A lot of people, they get their feelings involved. They're like, dang, I'm talking to so many people, and people aren't buying from me, whatever the case is, right? Um, People aren't getting started, whatever it is. But you just have to remember that 80% of sales are closed on the fifth to 12th contact. So don't get upset when people don't buy at the beginning. You just need to put yourself in position where you can follow up and be building relationships with your leads daily. And just remember that automation is what you need to get your time back and to follow up effectively without you having to be there. So on the next video, I'll be showing you what I use to automate my business and to follow up with my leads and my sales on autopilot, which allows me to have that time freedom that I'm looking for. So see you all in the next video.